Hello and welcome to SideQuest episode number 50, where we're going to crack the nut of questions, deep questions about Memorial Day snacks, specifically Doritos. Briar, which flavor is the best for Memorial Day snacking?
The best flavor of Doritos?
Yeah.
You got to love the original nacho cheese Doritos. I mean, that's what Doritos are, nacho cheese. If you want to spice it up, you can go spicier nacho. But what good Lord, do yourselves and your friends a favor and stay the hell away from Cool Ranch.
Stop it! This is unacceptable.
I
value people. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but
except for Briar,
is wrong. Your opinion is wrong.
You're entitled to be wrong.
Over here in the United Kingdoms, we
the states
we call
of kingdoms.
The states of kingdoms. We call it Cool Original.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah,
not Cool Ranch. I don't know what a ranch is. We don't have ranches over here. We have, I guess, they don't call it Cool Farm, but it's cool. It's Cool Original, right? And it's the best flavor. It's the best damn flavor.
Is it really?
It's great.
It is.
It's called Cool Original over there. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Which means it is the original Dorito flavor.
Exactly.
I gotta say,
there's a reason that we had the American Revolution, and I think we're really at the root of it right now.
Whoa! I mean,
a Dorito is a Dorito is a Dorito. All the flavors to me are delicious, even though I haven't had Doritos in a long time. But still, if I had the choice, I would not be shying away from Cool Ranch. Cool Ranch is delicious, or Cool Original.
I'll say this is that I don't prefer Cool Ranch, and it's okay if you do. I think differently if you do. But anyhow, as long as you're not eating like off-brand Doritos, because those are never right. Like they never taste as good as a Dorito.
You know what?
They don't have the right chemicals.
No, yeah, totally different.
But sometimes the off-brand ones are better.
This is coming from the guy who prefers Jar Jar Binks in movies. Like you've already lost your credibility. That is over.
No. Because sometimes, right? Sometimes they have that slightly stale but weirdly satisfying crisp taste to them.
There's midichlorians in these brand Doritos, and it's terrible.
Does it give you the feeling of when your favorite snack ever? Say it's Cool Ranch. Your Cool Ranch, and you have nothing else in the house, absolutely nothing else, and then you're like, oh man, sure wish I had some Cool Ranch, and then you found some Doritos from a little while ago and you're like, ooh, they could be really bad, but then you eat them and they're only half stale and you're very satisfied.
Yeah,
that's the feeling.
That's weird. There's no such thing as a stale Dorito in my house. We have two teenage boys, me and my wife, who all love Doritos. So a bag of Dorito comes into this house and it's gone in, I don't know, 12 seconds.
Into cheese dust.
Yeah.
Finger check.
Ravaged.
Who's got the fingers? Huh?
Yeah, who's got dust on their fingers?
And even if you wash them, there's still like little bits here and there. You got to scrub them. You got to get a nail brush and scrub that stuff out.
Oh yeah, it cakes on.
True.
Spreads. Yeah, exactly.
You wet it, it just stays in even more.
Yeah, it gets cement.
It's a paste.
It's cement. That's what it is. Yeah, and water. Suddenly it's like
fix our roads with Doritos.
Yeah.
Perfect. We really solved the problem here.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Solutions brought to you by DCP SideQuest.
You can fix the roads with like the trashy Doritos and then save the good, cool original ones to eat when you celebrate once you fix the road.
There you go.
So guys, I actually need some help here. Like in all seriousness, I think I may have crossed the line. I finally found a game that I've been looking for really hard for a really long time. It's Terminator or RoboCop versus Terminator for the Genesis. I've really been looking for this game. I didn't want to buy it off of eBay. I wanted to find a copy in a store. The stores are back open. I went to a store. I found it. I was really excited. It was expensive. It was like $60.
Whoa.
For like a 25-year-old game.
Damn.
But I was like, I wanted it. It's been like a game that I've been looking for forever. I brought it home. And, I started playing with it and I took it out of my Genesis and I went to put it on the shelf and I'm like, oh man, I got no room on my shelf. Like it's full.
You got to boot a game?
So I went on eBay and I started shopping for like DVD size shelving. And I feel like this is it's a step in a direction that is very bad. Like once I start actively shopping for storage for old video games and like collecting video games, like that is it's a path that I shouldn't be going down. And I need you guys to like talk me down off of this ledge.
But you could be one of those people, those cool people that you see that have just shelves for walls. There's no more wall.
Yeah.
There's just shelves with really cool collectibles on them.
Yeah. With vintage
We
games
live in
that
a
are awesome.
world that you can just download anything.
Don't
That's
you
illegal.
want some tangible goods?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Do I?
I
Yes.
say you kick it to Gen Z, the Zoomers, and you get your shelving, Brian.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean,
They
think
don't
about how
understand
many more
shelves
retro games you could
physical
put on
things.
that shelf.
Yeah. Although that I
But it's like-
understand that is the caveat though. Once you see the space, the void that is
Then you gotta fill it up.
created from the storage, you're like,
True.
that'd look really nice
have-
with a few more titles inserted in there.
I have a great solution for you, right? Hear this out. Nobody's suggested this before because this is. I just thought about it. It's genius, right? Actually genius, right? So you know when you build a shelf, obviously you got your 2 vertical pieces, 2 horizontal pieces, right? That, it keeps it supported, right? And obviously you have your shelves inside, and obviously you then have a lot of space to fill it up and whatnot. Build it, but leave one of the vertical pieces off, right? So then you start stacking your games to one side to keep it balanced. But if you buy too many, it's going to fall over.
Disaster.
So you basically have a one-sided shelf, which will allow you to buy half of what you want. But then if you dare buy another thing,
The whole thing
goes up.
destruction, apocalypse.
Or Brian goes in real deep, starts getting anime collectible figures, and we don't have a problem anymore.
I could see that. I could see it.
I can see it.
A RoboCop Nendroid.
Would
I
actually
do.
be pretty cool.
Don't you want that
Face
Bloodborne
paints and
statue?
different guns.
The
Ooh.
Bloodborne statue. There's
I
a
also-
Sekiro statue as well.
I also set up. So you guys know I bought a couple of CRT monitors, and
You
I
don't
set up
say.
like a whole rack with all my old video game consoles and a CRT on it, so it can all be set up and looking pretty. And I'm like, I still don't have like an NES, like a classic toaster oven NES. So I went and bought an NES.
Naturally.
Nice.
I feel like I'm just like falling down this pit of like COVID-19. like
Briar feels the
loneliness and
fall
despair.
and doesn't like it and is trying to stop, but will
I
not
need-
stop.
I need a lifeline. Somebody help me.
It's
Oh,
true.
man.
It's true. I feel there's definitely that little rabbit hole of like, crap, we're stuck inside. Let's just keep thinking of what we can buy. Like I've done the same thing, but mine is now of like overpriced workout material because all these scalpers are selling it crazily. But because I've been out of the gym for so long, I'm like, I've suddenly started to become comfortable with these exorbitant prices. I'm like, that's justified now. And then like now I've gone on this rabbit hole of like finding kettlebells that are shaped like monkey heads that they sell for twice the price, but they look amazing. It's like, who doesn't want to have a gorilla as a kettlebell?
I saw your
yes.
Twitter post on that, and that looked
I saw
amazing.
it as
Actually,
well.
I was like, those
Yeah.
kettlebells are sick, man.
And I'm just like, I mean, it's £150 for a gorilla head, but it's a gorilla head.
You're
I'm
picking
just
up the
like-
gorilla every time. You're like, damn these
Exactly.
monkeys.
And I made another stupid purchase. I was like, there's an anime. There was a My Hero ab roller. There was like an ab roller cost you £10. This cost $100. I was
Oh,
like, this sounds like a great investment. I need to
Wait,
be stopped.
It's usually $10 and now it's $100.
Well, it was $50, but then I also had to pay $50 for shipping. So yeah, basically $100.
Ooh.
Well,
I
I
was like,
kind
but
of
it's
want
My
that.
Hero ab roller.
Yeah, I kind of want that.
It's quite cool, but
What?
Well,
I think I might have to just like
you got-
disqualify my card.
you got to think about how long when will you be able to go to the gym again officially, right? And you are expanding your home gym, and
This is true.
you're technically saving money if you get a big enough home gym that you like. You don't need to
This
go have a gym membership
Mhm.
anymore. So that will add up over time if you invest in your own personal home gym.
This is true. I like that.
Like
I'll do
when
that.
will gyms start opening back up? I went to a restaurant yesterday with my wife. Like we went out to a restaurant and we were served food. It was amazing. Like I felt liberated and awesome. But a gym, like I feel like a gym could open, right? As long as everybody's like keeps it real
If
safe
they're-
and you wear
yeah.
masks and
Some places, if they're private
Ooh.
facilities, they're opening them slightly sooner. But like some of the big commercial ones, still like less so. But it's
God,
it's
Imagine
weird.
all the sweat on the equipment, and then someone's gonna
But you're
have
supposed
to
to
be
wipe
on
it
the ball.
down when you're
They're
done.
not
anyway.
going to.
How many people
Yeah.
actually wipe down their gym equipment after they're using it? Yeah.
It's true. I do, but yeah. Most
No,
people,
but you're a normal gym user. Like you'll think about that stuff.
Yes.
You got 50% is riffraff. They're casuals.
Yeah.
They're like once a month gym goers.
Yeah.
The riff-raff in the gym.
They're not gym rats. They're
the
casual.
bad crowd.
Yeah.
It's true. They're the people that will just do their lifting and they'll leave it on the floor. But someone else will pick up those weights. Like,
Yeah. Think about it's the
hate those
people who don't restack their weights, and they definitely don't wipe their equipment down. You know?
If they can't restack their weights, they especially not getting a disinfectant wipe and wiping it down in this time of need.
Yeah.
they probably didn't even wash their hands after going to the toilet.
Probably not.
See, that's the other thing too. That's the other thing. Of the people who actually wipe the gym equipment, there's a percentage, and I'm betting a large percentage that take the same exact towel with no disinfectant spray and just give it a wipe. They're like, there we go. That's some sweat off there.
You just wiped your
wiped
sweat on the machine. Now it's worse. Thank you.
It's like that shady bar that you go to, and they got this like brown rag that they use to like wipe the bar down.
They're like, now it's clean.
Oh,
Yeah, that'll do it.
I love it.
And then they start cleaning your glass with the same rag.
So, Eric, so you made a good investment.
Another? No, thanks.
Yeah,
It's true.
you made a good
I
investment.
agree with that.
Yeah, only your
happy with
germs are on that equipment.
That's
Exactly. Love it.
Fitness equipment has gone like skyrocketed in price
Yeah.
because of this.
Yep,
It's like
and switches.
crazy.
Switches out of there.
Yeah.
Gym equipment.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I saw a Switch on Amazon for like $655,
Yikes.
and that was for the light. It wasn't even like a good
What?
one.
Oh, the light, Switch Lite. Holy crap! Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
Just kidding. I'm not dying on that hill.
We about to have a fight today.
The cool ranch of
The episode
Nintendo
where
Switches.
we just Oh, damn.
Oh my gosh. So, guys, over the
I love
weekend,
the Switch.
Well, Pikachu on you.
over the weekend, I murdered a bunch of people and evolved into a mega shark.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well, it seems like you recovered well.
it's all that bone armor that I acquired along the way. It's great.
I'm just picturing a shark right now with a beard, and I'm enjoying it. Enjoying this mental picture.
If only there was character creation for the shark, so you could put a beard on it.
Exactly, that would have been
That's a
amazing.
character that needs a beard.
Oh man, Maneater. It came out Friday, and it's a pretty short game, honestly. Like it's $40 on Epic or on consoles, and like it's about a 8, 9, maybe 10-hour campaign. If you 100% everything, it's obviously more time in there. But the main thing is you're a shark. It's like GTA meets Shark Week meets RPGs. It's a Shark PG.
It is a shark.
Shark
Hey.
Yeah, yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it was fun. I definitely enjoyed it because again, you like it sets up this premise. Okay, there's an actual story. Okay, so the premise behind it is it's a TV show on something like Shark Week TV show, and it's called Maneater. Chris Parnell voices the narrator, or he's the narrator voiceover stuff, and so he'll talk about how like another shark hunt begins as the hunters go cruising looking for the shark that's done all these murders and all that. It's that angle was really awesome and fantastic. And then they had story with it where they were talking to the hunters there, and it's Scaly Pete. He's like the main antagonist. He's like some gruff guy from the bayou, and it shows how in the beginning you're like this mega shark. You're killing everything, and then Scaly Pete catches you and cuts you open, and then pulls your character, like your shark, out of the stomach of your mom. And it's like
It's really bad. It makes you want to kill everybody. So that's great. If you were on the fence, if you're loading up the game
way
and you're
darker
like,
than I expected it to.
it actually
I
goes
know.
pretty dark. This is the
started
beginning of the
super
game too.
dark.
Yeah, this is the beginning of the game. So like this isn't. I mean, it's kind of spoilery, but like it's the beginning of the shark game, and spoilers on Maneater or whatever. Like if you think that's funny.
How does it play? Like, is it like a 3D, like almost like a flying game where you're the shark in
Yeah,
like 3D?
the controls feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they do. It looks good and controls good. The animations are kind of whack, but you're eating people as a shark. So
I'm watching some video and it looks hilarious.
It is hilarious. And again, the voiceover stuff is hilarious because you're thinking, all right, you're a shark. It's like Goat Simulator. What are you going to do? But the narration on top solidifies the whole package as some sort of TV show, some sort of like backwater cable TV show that's like, why is this even on the air? But it is, you know?
It's straight up 90s TV.
Yeah.
Sure wouldn't happen these days.
This looks awesome. You just sold me a video game.
It was fun, man. So it is $40 though. And I think for the type of game and what you get for it, I think it would have been better pitched as a $20 game.
Maybe wait for a sale.
A sale would be good, you know. Again,
$40 is steep. I don't know if I buy it.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch for $40 right now. Also, you could use code Tapped on the Epic Store. If you can wait for a sale for it to be like $20 or something like that, I think that would be the way to go for this because it is definitely a fun game and the narration behind it is hilarious and there is like this story arc that goes through it, but the missions are very samey. Like it's go kill 10 of this, go kill 10 of this. Like it's always you got to go consume 10 humans somewhere off like a golf course or off the beach or something like that. And that's hilarious. And you do level up and you get more skills and you get armor and it talks about evolution and how you're evolving to be a badass shark and all that. And that is fun, but it does get repetitive. And by the end of it, I was like, oh man, I have to kill 10 of these again 3 times. Come on. So yeah, for $40, I don't know. I'd say wait.
Do you ever have to choose between who you have to eat?
No, you're the shark and you always want to eat.
I see.
Yeah.
See, because when a shark has a big choice to make, he has to choose wisely.
Apparently choice is not on the menu. It's eat all.
Eat everything?
Oh, I ate.
So there's
actual tonnage.
Something special about this game then. I'm working the puns in here.
I just now picked up the puns. Oh my god,
the puns are too much. The puns are too much.
Jesus.
Hey man, I'm just trying to make a splash in this podcast. You know.
Oh my god.
Oh, someone stop this man. He's on a rampage.
I mean, you gotta get.
I'm just making these. I'm making these jawsome jokes.
Yeah. By the end of it, you get real chummy with the shark. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
All right. There it is.
I just ordered it off of GameStop's website, the physical copy for the PlayStation 4.
Okay, there you go. Yeah,
that's being shipped right now.
Did you get a collector's edition?
Oh shit!
with the shark statue.
Brian now wants the collector's edition.
It comes with a real shark.
Anyways, it's a fun game. I played it, beat it in like 8 hours, something like that. But is it worth $40? $20, I'd say absolutely when it goes on sale.
Yeah,
yeah,
it'll go on sale. It seems like one of those games that'll go on sale in no time.
Yeah, every now and then you'll get some crazy physics thing happen, and a boat will just go launched out of the air. Or actually, it happened to an alligator. Alligator went flying out of the ocean or the water.
Even better.
Yeah, it was just.
I love broken physics.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
Yeah, there'll be some sort of weird physics pulse that happens as you ram something, and suddenly everything gets ejected really fast. It's great. Sometimes you'll get ejected out of the water, ocean, you know, go flying up above, and be like, whoa. So yeah.
That sounds fun.
Maneater, good times.
It sounds
the only clip
fun.
I've seen of that game is like a shark jumping on the land and then having to like tail whip someone whilst on the land. I'm like, how does that even work?
Oh, that's so good. You'll get, once you get like become an adult, you get the ability to, when you're holding on to something, you can then hit left bumper to do a tail slap. So you can, essentially ammo is what it is. You bite somebody, you bite a human, and like you have chomp factor. Like they don't die right away. You got to finish the deed, you know? But you can have the choice of slapping them with the tail and sending them into something. It could be a boat to do boat damage, or it could be another, you know, shark, person, whatever that you want. It's great. It's good times.
Fair.
This sounds excellent. It's the game we've been waiting for in 2020.
It's super silly and great.
This is the one.
Speaking of game of the year 2020, I've been actually making my own video game.
Oh.
What?
Dreams, huh?
So I downloaded a program called NES Maker, and this it's a graphical interface so that you can actually make your own NES game. And it was about $35. Wow. I saw a couple of YouTube videos about it. You don't have to know any coding, right? It's almost like using something like Photoshop or something like that, where you're really picking. What's that?
Photoshopped your game.
Yeah, you're kind of you're picking kind of like the elements of an NES game that you would like. Do you want it to be like, you start off with a framework? Do you want it to be like a side-scrolling action game, or a platformer, or an over-the-top like game like Zelda or something like that? And then you fill in the art. You can create your own art, and you start making like, what is the palette going to be, because you can only work with a certain number of colors on the screen at one time, because you're using the framework of an NES as a platform.
Right.
What do you want the actions of your character to be? What do you want? How do you want to modify those actions? So do you want him to have a weapon? Is that weapon a gun or a sword? Okay, I picked a sword. Do you can either use like default art for that sword, or you can import your own art, and it's all pixel art. So you don't have to be an artist to make the art. You have to be an artist to make good art, which I'm not good at. And then you build this game, and then you can actually play it like as you build it. So you like,
nice.
That's cool.
You kind of export it to an emulator. And like once you finish the first level, and it only takes like, if you use the tutorial, it takes you like an hour to build the first like basic level. And you can just kind of play with it. And it's like, nothing's ever going to come of me playing with this, right? Like, I'm never going to release a video game, but it's really fun to just kind of mess with it. And like, you remember what NES games look like. Well, some of us do. And like, it's kind of cool to see why they look like they do. Like, what were the limitations that were in place that, created the look and feel of those games? Because you're kind of messing with them, and you're messing with the physics. And like, why do most games only scroll like in one direction? Because it takes a lot more programming to make it scroll up or down, right? Like, it's a lot more. Why can't you run backward? It's because, well, it's a lot harder to make the character run backward. You got to do a lot more stuff. What sets the height of a jump? Well, you can jump as high as you want, but if your character actually goes off the screen on the top of the screen, well, that theoretically should load a whole nother screen. Like, it doesn't just scroll up there. Like, it's really fun to kind of just mess with. And like, I'll never like finish a NES game, but it's fascinating to play with it. Like, it's a really cool toy that you could definitely use. Like, people have released full NES games, and that's another cool thing about it, is that you can actually go on their website and see all the games that people have finished, and some of them are really good. Like, they're amazing, and then you can play them for free using that's like cool. the little emulator that they have. And you can even like theoretically like get to the point where you burn them onto ROMs and distribute them, so you can play them on NESs, like NES cartridges.
Really?
Which is, it's really a cool thing.
Cool.
It's only $35, and like there's a ton of tutorials. Like, the guys who make it, and they're constantly updating it too, so it's capable of more things. The guys who run it, just are constantly pumping out like, here's how you do this, here's how you do that, and then they're also on their forum. So if you have a specific question, like I was having a problem where I had my character had a sword, but it wasn't coming out like at chest level when I swung it. It was coming out at like eye level.
Okay.
So I asked the question, and they, the whole community got together and showed me exactly how to, not the whole community, but like a bunch of people just showed me exactly what I had to do to get that sword to swing exactly how I wanted to, which is really refreshing, because I had just come out of building a Hackintosh where that community fucking sucks. Like, it's a bunch of
out community.
Yeah. If you are building a Hackintosh, I specifically built one with the OpenCore bootloader, and I had questions along the way, like some things weren't working right. And it was like, people would just say, you go on their Reddit or you go on their forums, and they just say, Google it. Thanks, man. Why do you have this forum in the first place? If
Yeah.
that's your answer, your stock answer to everything, Google it. These guys were like, here's how you do it. Here's a link to another post where we explained it to somebody else. It was like a really fun community. It was a really creative community. You got to see all the things where people were working on, like people were taking existing games and modifying them to do other things. It was really, it's cool. Like nothing's ever going to come of it, but it's fun to play with.
No, still, yeah.
That stuff is cool.
Yeah, definitely.
I like messing with game engines personally. Like I've loaded up Unity before, Unreal Engine, all that, and it's fun. Also, Game Maker's another one that is more more of a
Game
bridge.
Maker's really good.
Yeah, bridge to the 2D side and all that. Yeah, that stuff is fun. Like once you get into the rhythm of that and are interested in seeing creations start happening, it can be really addicting.
Yeah, Game Maker's really good as well because it starts off top levelers with like a lot of like drag and drop stuff. But if you start to expand your interest in it, you can then it's got like its version of C++, which is like Game Maker coding, which you can then use. Like you can go a little bit deeper. So if the drag and drop stuff doesn't quite do what you want, when I was at university, my first year project, I built like a Zelda game in Game Maker. Nice. And then, some of the kind of base stuff didn't necessarily have what it needed, so then we did some like custom coding in there. But yeah, all those things are really cool. Like Unity was fun as well.
Yeah.
Did like that was my university final year project. I kind of thought it was a clever idea to try and make a game with the Wii U motion controls, and then I made a Zelda style 3D Explorer, but instead you played like a little ninja with like cell shaded graphics and stuff. And then there was like it was fun. It was like a little playable. Nice. Like, they had motion controls and everything. It was
That's really cool. Those engines are really good for learning software too, or languages, like learning coding.
Yeah.
So it's not super dry because you see the results of your scripting and your coding right away, so you can understand why things are working. Yeah. Nice.
A lot quicker as well to sort of see if things have gone wrong as well, which is good.
Yeah, exactly.
We got some cool games coming out this week, guys.
We do, and also
Minecraft Dungeons.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we've got Minecraft Dungeons. I know, Alex, you've been able to play it.
Yeah,
so you can
it's
give
really
some
good.
thoughts on it.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's funny because that was one of those ones that I'll be honest, I don't want to say discounted, but I just didn't really pay it too much attention. Just because, I liked Minecraft. I played it like tons in the past, and I love my dungeon crawlers. So there's no reason why I shouldn't like them. But when it came around, I was like, Minecraft's take on Diablo, like cool, whatever, it is what it is. But then it kind of came my way and jumped in. It's honestly just really fun. Like it's just it's just one of those ones where it's a lot more, it's a lot more kind of easily accessible to begin with. You'd have to you think of playing something like Diablo or Path of Exile, you jump in, like what class do I want to play? What do I want to do this? Like, how am I going to start specking out my character? This one, there are no classes. You just your class, in inverted commas, is dictated by the gear that you equip and the kind of things that you choose and the artifacts that you choose as you play throughout the game. So, if you want to be more of a ninja, then you can start swapping to faster gear, some stealth gear, some different artifacts and stuff. But basically from the start of the game, literally just select a character, you're in the game, already farming and hacking through enemies and stuff. And it's just honestly really, really quite good fun. I'm only, first third of the game so far, so I haven't had a chance to really sink into it. I'm going to do some more of that tomorrow. But as you play throughout, so it's not like a complete open world like say Diablo. Instead, you go in and you have a home. You have a little sort of hub town, and then you have different nodes you can go to for little sort of maps for each of the kind of missions.
Okay.
And you can then replay those missions on harder difficulties if you want to start getting better loot. So there's obviously a difficulty curve with it. And then you kind of just explore the world like that. But it's fun.
Does progress carry over? Is there an expiration or an end of that character and then you start over, or can you just keep on building and building and getting better and better stuff for your character?
I believe you can keep building. I mean, I haven't got to the end to work out whether there's a finite endpoint, but I think it's one of those ones where you just keep building the character because you've got you have all your gear, you have all your investment and stuff, and there's the way they've structured it, they clearly expect you to be going back and replaying them on those because you've got your own little sort of gear score. So you go to select say one of the new areas. It's you're under geared for this area, so obviously you kind of go away and grind and come back. So they've obviously kind of got that mindful progression in there. There's a lot of things to, and there's lots of kind of fun little items. I mean, it's very sort of quick to change. You don't when you're leveling up your character, for example, you don't spec into a skill tree, but instead every single item you carry has points you can spend it in. So for example, nice. You have I get a sword, and it's all right, you've just leveled up. and there's always 3 things you can choose from. So it's like, all right, I have the ability to random chance when I attack, this sword can bring down lightning, random chance to increase my loot drop, or random chance to do something else. So you basically invest into per gear pieces. So if you find something you like, you can then start to invest in it more and bring it with you. So in that respect, what you can then start doing is like quickly building different like class setups for different things you like. You can then have artifacts that have got like long distance magic lasers if you want to be like your caster type. I've got some things that are like damage boost things, or you've got like healer options and stuff. So there's a lot of like, there's abilities for you to kind of fall into those class archetypes, but you're not bound. So there's a lot of kind of chopping and changing, which is quite cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, I like that concept.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's very, I think it's definitely one of those sort of things. It's almost like my first ARPG to a degree. Like for people that have, people that like ARPGs, it might not have quite the same depth, but I think there's instant satisfaction. But for anyone that hasn't necessarily explored that genre before, it's kind of a good sort of entry point for that. So yeah, I think honestly, like if you have a chance to, I mean, it's on Game Pass, right? So if you got a chance to check it out, then
No brainer. Game Pass.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Give it a shot.
I think it looks cool. I like the whole top down and like the generated Minecraft stuff. I'm a fan of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you'll enjoy it because you played like Diablo and Path of Exile, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think you'll like it. I mean, yeah, obviously if you played them quite extensively, it might not have like the same depth, but I think if you kind of just jump into it and you like don't expect the same level of depth, then yeah, you're gonna have a great time with it.
Nice. Cool. Looking forward to it. We're gonna be playing that tomorrow, right?
I would love to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Is this part of the Minecraft like main game? Like, do you download Minecraft and then this is part of it, or is it a
No. It's a standalone thing. Obviously, all still part of like Mojang and stuff, but no, it's still it's just a completely standalone title.
Does it support ray tracing?
I don't think so.
I don't want to
see the
option.
Damn.
Off the
Missed
list.
opportunity.
Dead to me.
They've been promoting Minecraft ray tracing and in Minecraft Dungeons. No ray tracing? What is this?
I'm just trying to see if there was no. Unfortunately, it seems not. Maybe the ray tracing is a loot item at the end of the game. Once you defeat the boss.
When you finally finish the game.
Driver upgrade.
Yeah, there's it's like yeah. Like it has like also the game's got all that kind of gear rarity as well. So like even early on, I got like a unique like orangey legendary looking item. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. So there's definitely that kind of grind for you.
Cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it.
Yeah.
Even
if we start playing, like, can we just start playing together all at the beginning?
Yeah, it's got. I might. Awesome. Yeah, pretty. I'm sure. Yeah, I think because I had the option to go like online straight away. Like I'm only playing on my own, but yeah, I think you can basically from the get go.
How many people can be in a party?
4.
Nice.
4 max.
4. Cool.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Anything else coming out this week?
Phantasy Star Online 2 is coming to PC. It's gonna actually be out. Like actually finally out.
What day
for
is
everybody.
It's tomorrow, right?
Is it tomorrow as well?
I think
that would
it's
make
tomorrow.
sense.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. Yeah,
tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow makes sense.
Oh, wait, so is it? Yeah, I think no. It's like no. I think it's Thursday. Because I had it in the schedule. It's either tomorrow or Thursday. One of those ones.
27th.
Sorry, I'm not being very helpful.
Yeah.
It's
week.
Tomorrow or the other day or some other day.
It's definitely
I can't
this
tell.
week.
It is definitely this week, and that's something that I've definitely been looking forward to.
Yeah.
May 27th. There you go. 27th.
And it's
Wednesday.
cross-play, which is awesome.
That's cool.
That is awesome.
So
but it's only getting released on PC in the US now.
Is it not doing Europe yet?
No, I mean in the US, it's only going on PC.
No, it's on Xbox. It's been on Xbox. It's been actually out on Xbox for a little bit.
Oh, okay. The full retail release is out on Xbox now?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for a couple weeks.
And crossplay. That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's coming to PC.
There you go. Yeah.
I've been waiting for that game to actually be playable.
Yeah, I've been wanting to jump in. I don't know how deep I'm gonna go, but like I want to try it out, see how the grind feels, and then see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next Wednesday, PlayStation is going to have a press conference about
That's right.
Oh
Last
God,
of
I
Us.
forgot the name.
The Last of Us.
too. Yeah,
Mm.
one of the most anticipated titles on my personal list
Same.
for many years now. To be honest,
Yeah.
You know, as soon as like we got wind that they were starting to develop that, you know, it's funny when I finished that game, I'm like, how can they ever do a sequel? Like, they'll never come back to this. They can't ever come back to this. Like, it's a perfect ending to a story. You never want to know what happened after this because it ruins. It kind of ruins the mystery of the ending of that game, right? Because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but the ending of that game ends on a really crazy question. Like, and you know, to make a sequel to that, you have to answer that question, and then that somehow would diminish like the end of the first game. But now I'm totally ready. Like, I've gotten over that. I can't wait to play more Last of Us.
Yeah.
Same.
Question is, will you want to? Because the thing is, Last of Us for me, like it's one of those games where, because that's a game that I just know I'm going to play. So like I've basically tried to, you know, I don't often get to do this for a lot of games because we can tend to cover them and whatnot. But this one, like I've basically gone like media blackout on it. So although they've got the state of play next week, I'm like, I don't really want to see any more because I know they're obviously not going to, you know, they're mindful that they're not going to tell us the story and stuff. But at the same time, I'm just like, I've already seen the gameplay. The game looks cool. I just want to enjoy it. So I'm like,
there's a certain point where it's like, I think I know I've seen enough to play the game. So how much more do I need to see?
Yeah, and I'm also scared. I'm trying to stay away from anything to do with Last of Us because I feel like anywhere there's a comments thread, someone's going to be like, "Oh, by the way, those spoilers." I'm like, no. Like even on the PlayStation tweet, I went and I clicked it today. I was like, I don't even want to see the replies just in case some joker's like, "Haha, so and so dies." I'm like, thanks. So yeah.
Good point.
So stay safe out there.
Stay safe because people are pissed and people are definitely talking about spoilers.
Yeah.
In this game specifically, they are definitely talking about spoilers.
That's gonna be
there's that big leak a few weeks
careful.
ago.
Yeah.
The story leak.
That's gonna be a tough one to stream right away because you know there's gonna be a rush of people like
Ooh, that's true.
going in and out of chats.
Yeah.
That's
I wonder if
true.
subscriber only mode might be a good idea for that.
Yeah.
That kind of sucks. Because I also have this feeling when I'm streaming is it's not just my experience, but I don't want to ruin it for people watching, right? So if someone's coming into chat and they're just like, this happened, and they don't even have to type it. They can put it in their name, whatever spoiler they're trying to do. So then that your bot doesn't really pick up on it. And some people really do just revel in spoiling games for people. And they just go stream by stream by stream.
Yeah.
And just spoil the game for people.
Here's the key, right? Is stream under the wrong name. Maybe go into like I don't know, a Tomb Raider directory. Nobody would even know the difference. and just don't read chat.
Don't read chat. Be in Tomb Raider.
There you go.
There you go. Love it.
Briar's quick tips for you on a Memorial Monday.
Memorial Monday.
It's really good though because there's that, and then we got Tsushima the following month, so it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah,
can't wait.
I can't wait for that game.
Yeah. Although before that, we actually have there's 4 other things launching this week as well.
What?
Yeah, all on Friday. There is the Borderlands collection for Nintendo Switch. There is the BioShock collection for Nintendo Switch. There is the XCOM collection for Nintendo Switch, the best console ever, by the way. And there is also the Xenoblade Definitive Edition for Nintendo Switch. So,
So Switch is going in.
Seriously,
collection.
Switch is getting the stuff.
Yep. Definitely. Switching out. It's got to be done. I mean, the thing is, with this one, for anyone that hasn't...
2 come with the collection?
I want to say yes. I think so. Let me double check.
Because that didn't come out for consoles, did it?
Maybe not. Let's have a look. Oh no, XCOM 2 collection for Nintendo Switch. Yes, it is.
Really? Because I know they added controller support to it eventually on PC, but I didn't think it ever made it to. And XCOM was great on consoles, so it was kind of surprising to me they didn't make it for consoles.
True.
Yeah. This one's going to Switch. XCOM. Well, it's called the XCOM 2 collection, so I don't know whether that means it's just XCOM 2.
There was DLCs to XCOM 2, right?
Oh, okay, that'd be what it is.
Yeah. Of course, some of them are standalone. Yeah, I wonder how this is going to work. That would be fun on a Switch, being able to load that up anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a perfect game for that.
What games are in the BioShock collection?
The BioShock collection is. Let me just double check. I believe
XCOM
it is
2 is on PS4. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it didn't come.
BioShock
My bad.
Remastered, BioShock 2 Remastered, and BioShock Infinite, the complete edition.
Nice.
So Infinite is on there. Okay.
That's cool.
And then Borderlands collection has Borderlands 1 and 2 and not 3.
What do you guys think about Infinite? Do you guys like that game? Do you think it stood up?
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I
It's the
I
only
liked
one
it
that I
too.
played.
Oh, you didn't play the first two?
Yeah, because BioShock initially like never really appealed to me, like the kind of whole creepy aesthetic and stuff. Whereas Infinite was a lot more kind of bright and vibrant. So I really enjoyed Infinite. But I never played 1 or 2.
Okay. I mean, it got pretty dark there towards the end, though, on Infinite.
Infinite did, yeah.
True. Yeah. True.
Well, I liked how
glad.
it ended up tying into BioShock 1, like
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
directly, right? It's like, whereas you knew it was part of the same universe, but you didn't see it really tying in because it seemed to be like a completely different thing. And then the way they tied it together, I thought was pretty good. A lot of people, like, it seems like opinions on BioShock Infinite have kind of soured over the years. And I haven't actually played it. I bought that game for the Xbox 360 to tell you how long it's been since I played it. But I remember really enjoying it. I wonder if it's worth a replay.
I played it
It'd be fun to play
recently.
it on the Switch.
I think it'd be worth it.
Yeah, I played it recently about a year ago, I think. And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, the combat is a bit old, so there's that.
Right.
But like story wise and all that, it's pretty amazing the way they tie things up.
I remember it being beautiful too.
Yeah, it was
Like,
pretty good
really
looking game.
stunning art.
Yeah, the art team.
And I love the music too. The music was awesome.
Dude, next level. Honestly, next level. Like the story, music, the way voice acting, it was really incredible.
I remember coming into like a beach area and there's a barbershop quartet singing, I think Material Girl. I don't know, like some old 80s like song that I can't remember what exact song it was. Like a Madonna song or a Cyndi Lauper song, maybe. I think it was Cyndi Lauper, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. It was just so bizarre and so weird and so awesome.
Yeah.
I love that game. I would like to play it again to see if it holds up.
It's got a good, I hate to use the word vibe, but it's got a good vibe about it. You know, when you're playing the game and walking around in it, it's just got this really, really cool feeling to it. And any
like,
world that I'm excited to be in, I really like those games.
I liked it because it was bright and cheerful on like the top layer.
Yeah.
But just like a little bit underneath there, it was super dark and sinister.
Yeah.
You know, like it was just like, you know, it's like a nice coat of paint on like something that's really fucked up.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Wait, did you beat it, Briar? Did you play all the way through and beat it? Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
There's a super confusing ending, wasn't there? Or at least I think
Well, there
it
was DLC
confusing.
that cleared it up a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I remember Infinite was the first video. That was like way back when like I was only just starting out on YouTube. I think the first Infinite was the first game we tried to do a formal like structured IGN style video game review and gave it a rating at the end. That was terrible. Never again. But yeah, I think that still exists in the YouTube archive somewhere.
Nice.
I don't think I'd
I'm gonna
be a
have to
good
watch
game
that.
reviewer because my opinion on a game is likely to change tomorrow.
Yep.
I wouldn't be a good reviewer because I'm just like, I like game. Game feels good. Like game. What do you want me to say? Like game's good. Buy it. It's great.
That's the thing.
I have
games
fun
are
with
fun.
video games.
That's the thing. It's always funny when I look at some of these reviews. I'm just like, I mean, I understand the review, but I'm just like, I'm not one to use flowery language in describing a game. I'm just like, it's good, it's fun, I liked it, play the game.
Did I have fun with game? I have fun with game.
Yeah.
There you go. There's your
Yeah.
answer.
What more do you want from
Video games are for fun. Remember that?
Hey, speaking of
I don't
fun,
remember fun.
speaking of fun, Watts, you finished Nioh 2, right?
I did. I finished the main campaign of Nioh 2 all the way through. And I will say that in terms of a sequel / prequel, they did this really well. I think they handled it really well. There's towards the end, there's this really cool story beat that you get into, which you cannot tell anyone about because there's an epic reveal. And if anyone learns of the reveal before they play it, it's Feels
Turns
bad.
out you were in the Bioshock universe the whole time.
Exactly.
We're
Turns
the
out I am the
circle.
Bioshock.
Be
And Jar Jar Binks is your
unbroken.
father.
Yeah, so it's this really cool story beat. The bosses towards the end are just, they look super cool. They're really fun to fight. And it ends up finishing, Nioh 2 finishes, and there's new missions that open up. You have New Game Plus, which in other games, New Game Plus is like, just play through the game and it's a bit harder. But in Nioh 2, there's a whole other level of armor and weapons that you can get. So you have
Oh,
white,
cool.
yellow, blue, purple, and then you have green, which is like the divine gear that you can only get in New Game Plus. So then this is when you can really start like crafting your builds and making something that just destroys bosses in like a minute, if not less.
Damn.
So yeah, there's a whole other section of the game that really opens up, which even now I still really want to jump in. I want to keep playing it because it's also not just the same exact missions when you play through it. There'll be slight differences throughout the mission. There'll be enemies in different places. There'll be like the yokai realm in different places than you expect. So it kind of feels like a fresh experience while getting this whole new slew of loot. You could just throw all your old loot away and just start again.
That's really cool that they actually changed the mission structure a bit, or like the enemy composition. Yeah. I appreciate when they do that for New Game Plus. When you get the green gear, also I know Nioh 1 had green gear also, but it was in New Game Plus as well. What's the difference between like
so they have much higher defense. And then they have a lot more perks on them. So Nioh 2 has some really cool perks on it, like where you can break the enemy's guard, you can get life drain on certain abilities, you can do more water damage, more magic damage, just perks for every single thing that you could possibly do in the game.
Cool.
So the green armor has way more perks. So that's when you can really start min-maxing. It's like, not only do I have the set piece that I want, where you have 4 pieces of this armor and now you have the set bonus, you can now get the exact perks that you want based on what you're using.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really cool. It makes me really just want to jump in and farm stuff and play through all the missions.
Is there a level cap for the gear that you're aware of?
I think the highest is, the highest level that you can be is 300, I believe.
Does the gear
But I'm
keep
not
scaling
sure
up
about the
to
gear.
300? Yeah.
I would maybe.
I'd hate to get
I
like a
don't know how
perfectly
that
rolled
works.
piece at like 110 and then be like 250 and be like,
Hey.
ah.
This is where the blacksmith comes in, which you don't interact with really at all through the main campaign. The blacksmith, you can interact with it in the regular campaign, but it's really there for New Game Plus for kind of those reasons where it's like, I found something that's perfect, I want to bump it up, or I want to try and keep crafting this thing to get the perfect version of it.
Nice. That's really cool.
So it really opens up. It's crazy how I've never really finished a game like this and thought, oh, I can't wait to get into New Game Plus. Where Nioh 2 really does a good job of making you excited to jump in to get green gear. Green gear is exciting. I don't know, maybe it's because it's green, it's shinier, it's brighter.
You see it drop screen, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, see it drop screen.
Emerald.
Everything is better because you just got into New Game Plus. So it's really fun.
That's cool.
The story was great, though. I will say that this story was phenomenal. I think they did a really good job.
Let me guess. Turns out you're Scaly Pete the whole time. From Maneater.
Kinda. Yeah. You're kind of Scaly Pete. That's why you have that pet shark all the time.
Right? Your shark spirit?
Yeah, your shark spirit.
You're the spirit of the shark in Maneater the whole time?
Yeah.
The Maneater is actually
you are actually the shark the whole time.
Yeah, it's a distant side sequel.
And now that I finished the game, the question of should I play Nioh 2 or Nioh 1, I'll say that there's some story, without spoiling, there's some story at the end that you will not know anything about if you haven't played the first one. Doesn't mean that you can't just jump into the second one right away, because I do think that the second one is a better overall experience. But you might want to, if you start getting towards the end of the game, you might want to throw up a YouTube video or something, so you at least have a basic understanding of the characters in the story.
There you go. It all connects. Right?
It does connect.
Yeah.
Definitely connects.
Cool.
The numbers, Mason.
Yeah, it was great.
Mean.
Love that game. And the DLC's coming out at the end of July.
Oh.
So we got some Nioh 2 DLC coming out.
So are you gonna jump at the DLC with a build in New Game Plus?
I think generally, so I asked about this. I was like, do I need to be like in full divine gear and have a build? And people were saying that you definitely need to be geared up in divine gear. You don't need a build necessarily, but you want to hop into New Game Plus and grab some new armor and weapons that are just higher level.
Okay. Cool. Nice.
Yeah, it's been a great experience.
Very, very cool.
I do need to finish it at some point, but I just yeah. One day I'll go back to. I say that, but one day.
One day
Nioh
I'll
3
play all
comes
the
out.
games.
Yeah.
Did you ever beat Bloodborne? Eric's? Yeah.
No, I never actually played Bloodborne.
Oh, you never
Oh
played it?
my god!
I know. Sure, because I got into the whole Soulsborne thing quite late. Like, I mean, like I love those games now, but like I got into this quite late. So Dark Souls 3 was my first entry into the series. And then Bloodborne was Bloodborne before or after Dark Souls 3?
Before.
Yeah. So
before.
I do want to go back there because I just like I've got one of my friends that plays it like all the time and it's always like it just looks really good. And I've heard like super good things about it. I just want to do a Bloodborne HD remaster.
Yeah.
And then,
Do you guys
I'll be golden.
do you guys hear about the rumors about a Bloodborne PC version coming?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think
That would
it
be
only makes sense for them to release Bloodborne on PC.
Exactly, because
It
we
just
need
makes sense. It's free
Bloodborne
money.
on PC. And yeah,
Just
it's free
print the
money.
Free money. Take the free money.
Yeah.
Well, if you think that, like, if you do the math and think, well, the PS5 is coming out. If they want to remaster it for the PS5, you know, the PS5 is essentially a nicer,
Nice
you
PC.
know, it's a nice PC. So why not release it on PS5 and PC?
Just rake in all that
Exactly.
cash, right?
Free money.
But you got to
Print it.
remember, for all the Sony ponies, by putting it on PC, you're gonna detract their experience. You're going to physically remove their ability to have played the game in the past by the second that you put it on PC. Like their save file gets wiped. So like I mean,
That's
you've got to
true.
be considerate for them. Like it completely ruins the player experience by taking the exclusive PlayStation title that the god that is PlayStation. You can't tear it away from there. Otherwise, PlayStation becomes a mere mortal. PlayStation
True.
A
is
mere
god.
mortal.
It can't be a mere mortal. It can't join the
Can't
the
be
mortal
reduced
platform. No.
to
It
mortal.
can't.
No,
How dare it?
Ugh,
not at all.
Ugh,
Jesus.
disgusting. Jeez.
How could
I know,
they
it's-
possibly soil the
pitchfork is
sanctity?
Luckily, my pitchfork is still out from when they announced. What was that other game? God damn it.
Horizon Zero. Oh yeah, Horizon Zero.
Yeah,
Dawn
yeah.
is true. Been sharpening
So-
the whole time.
Yeah,
Ready to go.
it's at the ready for my
My
rampage.
pitchfork, it's still at the dry cleaner because of all the pitching and the forking. There was a lot of that.
So many guts. It's gross.
It's
It's really hard to get out between the times.
It is.
Wait,
Oh,
is
you know what
there-
else we got in news? Oh, go on.
Oh, go for it.
No. I'll fill
I was
it
going to say,
afterwards.
did we have a date on that Horizon Zero Dawn PC release? Is that official yet?
Not as far as I'm aware. No, I think they just said that it was in the works.
Because if that came out this
Um,
summer, also that would be phenomenal. I'm definitely going to
That
want to
would
play
be
that on
crazy.
PC again. That was a really fun game.
Yeah, I don't believe there is a date for it. Just summer 2020. So summer. So potentially, but there's just no exact date window for it.
Couple games that don't have exact release dates coming out in the summer that still saying summer 2020, but I don't know when.
Yeah.
But there's a lot.
I feel like any release date this year is up for grabs because
True.
you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of the pandemic.
maybe not.
That's true.
You just don't know. Well, if Bloodborne came to
Sorry
PC,
about my camera, guys. My battery ran out, which means that the camera wasn't plugged in, and I don't know why it's not plugged in. I have to investigate wire, so it's not going to happen. during the
Ryer has
podcast.
to do some investigatory journalism.
yeah,
Yes.
Find out what
I
the
have to get
hell
under
is
the
going
desk.
on.
The deep
wireisms,
dark under the desk wire mess.
the cacophony of wire mess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, is that SideQuest for Memorial Monday?
That may
I
be
believe it is.
SideQuest. I'm gonna go
I think
eat
it's-
lots of food.
Ba-ding.
I'm not
Go
even
eat some
hungry.
Cool
I'm
Ranch
gonna-
Doritos like a monster.
Yeah,
Yep,
do it.
you
It's
know
gonna
it.
be done.
That's all. If you guys do happen to eat some Cool Ranch Doritos, make sure to tweet a picture at the Briar Rabbit on Twitter.
Yeah, give him.
Right. I gotta know who to block on Twitter. I gotta know who all the bad people are. So you might as well single yourself out and show me exactly who I need to block.
Me, it's me.
That's me.
That was great. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching episode number 50 of SideQuest. If you want to find more of me, you can talk to me at Teft on Twitter. Catch my streams, twitch.tv/TeftyTeft. And lately I've been doing some YouTube stuff with memes on the music front. You go check out Tefty and Memes on there. And we've been posting weekly kind of music jams. It's been fun.
I've been enjoying that, Tefty.
Thank you. They're fun to make.
Those are good.
Who's next?
Oh, that's
Briar
me.
Rabbit. You can find me. You can find me like at stores and restaurants because it's opening back up. God damn it! And fuck yeah.
You can find Briar with his pitchfork outside the Doritos factory protesting.
Yep.
Outside.
Which is right next to the Jar Jar Binks factory.
Which is adjacent to the GameStop selling PlayStations that now have games coming out on PC. So
saying they no longer say exclusively on PlayStation.
Yeah. Ooh. Exclusive?
Your box is broken. It says exclusive. That's why they're mad. Their box is a lie.
Their box is a lie. It's true. It's true. That's kind of emotional.
I am Miss 5000 Watts. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Just look for Miss 5000 Watts.
And you can find me over on Twitter at Arix or YouTube at Arix Gaming. Or you can check out video games if you want to check out fitness and gaming because we've been doing some stuff this week speaking about nutrition and stuff. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's great. Cool. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Shout out to all of our live viewers, YouTube viewers, people listening on podcast services, and shout out to our Twitch subs and Patreon members. Thank you very much for all the support.
Thank you so much, guys.
We'll see you next week for another side quest. Bye, everyone.
Or will
we?
Or will
Bye.
we? Will Briar?
Oh, yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Will Briar have been eaten by a
Will Briar
shark?
escape the void? Who knows?
Bye, guys.